Hi everyone, welcome back. It's me, Janny, and of course for everyone who doesn't know, I'm hosting this channel together with Dyanne, and today I have some easy farmhouse DIYs for you. So if you love farmhouse and you love easy and a little bit of chaos, you are at the right place. Let's jump into our first DIY. So for this DIY I need only a couple of things for the base. Of course some two plastic bottles. We will cut them open. We use some cardboard and we use some twine, and of course a little glue. For you can use your glue gun, but you can use normal glue, just whatever you want. But these are the main thing we are going to use for this DIY. We are going to try to make a unique cloche, if I am pronouncing it right as a Dutch lady. So let's start our DIY. So the first thing what we're going to do is just to cut the top of our bottle, and you see here I'm just going to cut it where he is going down when it gets smaller. So I am going to make with a knife, or you can do it with a scissor, or you can do it with an X-Acto knife, just what you want, but just cut it in half, and later on I will get it the line straight. But for now I'm just going to cut it up, and just be careful because these sides are most of the time very sharp. So I am going to, you see already I have now the top of my closure, and of course I'm going to make a straight line, and I'm going to clean it up because there's always a little bit of the the liquid you used. This one was cola, so we are going to clean it up, and we're going to do the line straight, and then I will be back with you and I show you how they are looking like then. So you see, these are the two clean, I call it now cloches, because this is the meaning what it's going to be. What I'm going to do first is going to do some twine on the top, and a little piece over here, so a little bit until here, and I will do a little piece of twine on the side, so you get your closure. I will make later on the board from your closure. I will make from cardboard, but first I'm going to make some twine, and I'm just going to get my glue gun and just start a little bit on the top. We are just going to look if this will work or not, because the plastic of the bottle is a little bit smaller than I thought it would be. So we are going to work a little bit, and now I'm going to give it a little bit more glue. The start is always a little bit difficult with making something with twine. At least I think it's a little bit more difficult. When you're on your way, it's much better. So I remove immediately the pieces I don't want for my glue. So you see, I just make little rounds. And I know it looks very very strange right now, but believe me, later on it will look better. So most of the time just remove immediately your glue. So I will do this on top of it and just over here. So, no, you see already the glue is very sticky. So I'm going to do a little piece and then I show you more. So you see, this is a little bit how the top of the closure will look like. What I'm going to do right now is just a little piece on the underside of the closure, and of course I will do the second one also, but I will do first the underside and then I will show you. So I'm just here just to tell you that the top did fine, okay, really with the rope it's really great to do, But what I found out is that I am doing the underside of my plastic bottle, and you see this is very thin plastic, and if you go with your glue gun on it, it really melts away, so it really goes totally inside of each other. I didn't expect that. So you see, the underside is not the greatest. I'm going to try to make the sides even, so I get my closure really nice. And so I have to look for how I will do the underside, because of course you won't see it because you get a bottom on the closure, but we will see. But be careful if you do a bottle with glue gun, just be careful because it will melt away. But I'm going to try to make the best of it and looking how far I get. So here you see my two closures are finished, and like I always do, I am always on it and I show you everything, even the things that go wrong, because I think you can learn from my mistakes. Like I said earlier, of course, stupid of me, because I could have known with a glue gun, because he is so hard, that my plastic, I thought it would be thick enough, but it wasn't, so it was melting. So I tried to do the best of it, and I am happy how they turned out. And what I'm going to do right now is make from the piece of cardboard, I make a plate for under my closure, and then I'm going to think about what I'm going to do with it to look it the best that it can, because you see the underside is not the greatest side to see. I thought that it would be just one flat piece, but it didn't. But we have to work with it, so I'm going to look for if I can work it a little bit better with some ribbon or something else. So I'm going to think about it, but for now we are going to make the plates for our closure, so we get a little closure. I don't know if I do it inside, I just around over here, or I do it a little bit outside of the closure. So we're going to see, but I will measure it out first, but I will be back in a moment. So you see here I have a little coaster I always have laying around in my house, but when I looked at it, you see it's totally fitting on side under my closure. So I have already the measurement I need, and you see already I also could do just a piece of cardboard or just a coaster, just gluing under it, but this way I don't think I'm really liking it. So I'm going to try, because I have the measurement, I'm just going to try to give it just around, and then I will cut it out a little bit wider than my round is. So you see, and then I'm going to do a little bit more like this, so I have a little side beside my closure. So I'm going to cut this out, and then I show you what we are going to do further. So you see I already cut one out. You see here, this is the size I need, and of course I did a little piece over it. We call it centimeters, but you call it inches. So I think this will be 2 centimeters, maybe. There's I think similar like 1 inch, if I am correct. So I will make another one for the second closure, and then we're going to fill this up, and we can do this with of course you have some self decorative foley, and this is in the wood structure, and I have my fake grass, but I think I'm going to go for the fake grass because I like always, like you know me, a little bit of the neutral way. So I'm going to then I'm going to do this one with fake grass, and then I'm going to look for how my closure is standing on top of it. So you see I just cut out 2 pieces of the fake grass, and you see already I did them some wider than they have to be. I'm going to do with some glue on top of here, so I'm going to do this first. I'm just going to do better this way. You have to open your glue first, or else it doesn't glue very it doesn't glue very much. Oh, well, you see already a mistake. I can cut this out, but I won't. You see, I am just laying this on top of here, so, and you see it is a little bit wider than it's supposed to be, because I want to have the sides also with the fake grass, so I have to work away the sides. What I'm going to do, just also do this one, just do some glue. This is just a normal glue. I don't use the glue gun this time because this works a little bit better for me. So again, just turn it around and just lay it on top of here. So, and now we wait for a second. So you see what I'm going to do, just do some little cuts around your round. I don't know how many you need, it's a little bit depending on how big your round is turned out. So you can work it a little bit better on it. So, and now I'm going to give this sides also some glue. So just glue just around the sides and also over here. Just do it a little bit neater than I do. I'm not always Dyanne is always very cleaner with working with her project, but with me it's always one big, because I think I don't have the patience too much. So, and just fold it inside so you can get a nice side. But I think you already know what I mean, and just keep it in place for a moment because it's cardboard, it's a little bit thicker than you normally would have, and then it has to dry. So you see here now I have the two little plates for my closure already round with totally with some fake grass, but I don't like the underside. What I'm going to do, I just draw them over and just cutting it out, and I'm just gluing this on top on the underside, so it looks also on the underside. It doesn't you don't mess with the fake grass. So I will cut them out in two pieces, and then I'm going to glue this on top of it. So you see already I have the plates under my closure. I have already finished, and they are almost dry. You see already I did them a little bit bigger, the underside, because I like to decorate a little bit around it before after I glue it together. What I will do inside is, of course, I bought a couple of these little nests with some little chickens in it. Chicken, no, you could don't call it chickens. I think they will be chickens, but not this one. At least here in the Netherlands we call it kuikentjes. So I have two of them, and of course I break this out, and I only use the nest, and I will use this two of my birds I already have for a long time, and I will paint this two in the white chalk paint. So I'm going to do that first so they can dry. So you see I have the little birds now in the white color. I don't do them more white than this, because or else I think they will be too white. I think this is a great color. This is one layer. So I am just pulling my big slider out, and now I'm going to do is just place them, because I already did the little chickens I already out and the Easter eggs. And what I'm going to do right now is just glue this little bird inside of this nest. So I have to do it a little bit careful, so this way, and I will glue it inside of it, and then I will decorate a little bit on the outside, at least here in the nest, so to work everything a little bit away. And then if I'm correctly, and yeah, and I hope I am, then he is fitting inside of my little closure. But with crafting you never know if he is is fitting or not. We will have to see. But of course I just want to be sure that he will sticks in place, so I have to squeeze it a little bit, and it looks now very strange when I'm squeezing him this hard, but in a moment he will be better. And of course, I bought this little nest with the action here, similar like the Dollar Tree. And the quality is not the greatest. It is only 70 cents, but it is really, the quality is not the greatest, like I said. And now I'm just going to try to fit it in. I hope he will fit in. He fits in, but he hadn't been. There's no room for a second one, because I was thinking maybe a second bird, but that's not gonna happen. So, but he is fitting, so I have to be sure that I'm not going to work too much out of the nest. So I will take some greenery, and now I'm going to decorate this. So I will show you a little piece of the first nest I will do. The rest I will do, of course, out of camera, or else it will take much too long for you. I am going to just do some old greenery inside of the little bird nest, just glue it inside. And now we just fill it up with some glue. And of course, like I always say, you can use any glue you want. Just use what you have around, of laying around. And I'm just taking old little leaves, not the big one, just a little bit of the smaller pieces, and just squeeze them inside of the little bird nest, so you can fill it up. I always say you just make a little display, so everything is coming to life, because I really always love that my pieces are coming to life. You see already it's a little bit. I have the 3 leaves over here. I'm doing this one on the other side. Of course, also squeeze it in. Now we fill it up with the 2 leaves. And my glue gun is going his own way. Like he always is. He's always going his own way. Normally not my way, but always the way I don't want it to go. So my workspace is one big mess. But never mind that. Just in between here. And again, another one. And of course, now I have everything green. Oh, whoa, whoa. Here it was already gone. Oh my. The birds was already disappeared. He had already enough of it. So you see here, now you already have a little bird nest, and all with so much wires of glue. What a mess. And now I'm going to do, just take a little piece of a branch with a little bit of the white touch in it, and now I'm just taking a little piece of it. So I just do some glue on it, and I'm going to try to work it inside of my little nest. So you see, just it pops out a little bit, and I will do more pieces than one, a couple of pieces in my nest. I think you're probably thinking, what's she doing, making such a big mess? Because, and now I'm going to squeeze this one also inside and just remove the glue. And you see already a little bit what I mean. Eventually it will come out. It looks like one big chaos and mess, but at the end, most of the time, it looks quite nice. Of course, I have to do some new glue inside of it. And most of the time when I finish my camera and I'm doing it without the camera, everything is going perfect. And I thought, always thinking, why can't I do that when the camera is running? But most of the time it never works. But you know me. And now we're going to squeeze this one also inside of here. So you see already you have a little display for your bird, and I'm going to do a little bit in front of it, but you see already he looks so nice for under my closure. I will do the second one also, and then I will be back with you. So you see the two little bird nests, how they are finished, and what I'm going to do, I just give the eyes a little black dot because I like that a little bit better. So what I'm going to do right now, I just have some beads from bead and garland, so I'm going to do them, I glue them on top of my closure because I think it looks a little bit better if I make a little bit room in my mess. So I'm just going to glue this on top of my little closure. So now I hope it sticks this way. So you see, I think he looks a little bit better right now. And I'm going to do that, of course, with the second one, and then we are finished already so far that we can decorate our closure. So you see already I changed my mind. I bought a couple of weeks ago this little pieces of grass, and of course there was some little ladybug in it and some flowers, but I thought maybe I can use the grass, and I was thinking that if I do the glue the bead on top of here, inside of here, and then on the top of my closure, maybe then it looks a little bit nicer and a little bit more green. So I'm going to glue this, and then I'm going to glue it on top of here. And then we're going to look if this will look the way I have it in my head, or if it is really looking to nothing. It's also possible. So we are going to look if what I had in my mind will work. And I think I will show you in the one piece. And you see, I think he looks so nice. At least not with the wires, but so you get a little bit different top than usual, and just with some pieces you just pull off, just glue a bead inside of it, and you just open it, just do some glue. Be careful for your fingers because there's a little hole under it, so just glue it inside. And then we're going to glue it on top of that other closure, but I just wanted to show you. So you see already the tops of the closures I already have on top of my plates. What I'm going to do, because I found it so nice how this is looking like, so I'm going to take some beads again, just use the old pieces of this grass, and I'm going to decorate and glue them on the sides of the whole a little closure, so it gets the same what you have on top, it also have the same on here. So I will do that right now, and then when it's finished I show you how they are looking like. So here you see how my two closures turned out, and I'm so happy with it. And you can put them anywhere in your decor because they are just a great size to fit in your tray or in your kitchen or somewhere else. And I think they turned out so nice. And I just did a little ladybug on top of it, but of course you can do a little flower, you can do something in yellow, you can do any color you want. But I'm really happy how they both turned out, and that's made out of trash. So I hope you just take the inspiration and just go into your stash, take some bottles and just cut them apart, and you will see you can make two easy closes for yourself. But I really I just hope you just had fun watching. That's always my main thing, just have fun watching us and just enjoy. And you see here again another DIY from almost no expenses, so I am really happy with it. So
Okay, over to Dyanne here. I have two pieces of cardboard that I'm going to transform into ornaments for my spring tree. If you want to see how it turns out, then keep on watching. I have two patterns of circles here. I'm going to cut that out, and then I'm going to glue it upon the cardboard here as, you know, just as a mold. I won't be making a clear cut because first I'm going to glue and then I'm going to cut the whole thing out with a knife. So just going to glue this upon the cardboard. Therefore I use really cheap glue. Here, this one from Action. It cost me €1 or something. And this is only for helping me to saw out to cut out the right size. Nothing more, nothing less. The patterns are upon the cardboard. I have to let it dry for a few moments and then I can just start cutting out the right shape. Well, I think I can already start cutting out the outer parts. You know, here. Because those are just really big and I don't need them anyway. I have now two circles out of cardboard. This is the back. And I'm going to twine the whole thing up. Wrap around with a lot of twine. Now I want this to be an ornament, so I just use some tape here at the back to make a loop out of the twine. Now I'm going to wrap the whole thing around and around, and I think that will take some time. So I guess I'm going to speed things up now. Okay, I almost finished the first circle. I'm here now at the top. I think I'm going just to wrap it around here and then make a tiny knot at the back. Oh, one more wrap around is necessary to cover the tape. Just like so. And now here, I'm just going to cut it off. Oh, I think maybe a piece of tape is enough. This is just the back side, so you're not going to see that. Here we have the front and the back with tape. But the front part is the most important thing. And you can also hang it up. So this is the base for our ornament. Now it's time to do the second ring. I'm done. Here they are. I really underestimated this DIY. This took me so long to twine them up both. This is the back. Here is this is actually the white part where I glued the mold to the cardboard. And this is the front without any tape and without any spots still visible, which of bare cardboard, because they have the same color. So that is why I use this as the back. If you see any pieces of white still peeping through on this side, you won't see it. So time to move on and start decorating these two, because these are going to be for my Easter, my spring tree, my spring Christmas. These are the items that I want to use. These two cute bunnies. I hope you can see that there is glitter upon them, and they are so sweet. Only one thing, the cord is a little bit too long, so I have to find a solution for that. And this is the solution. Look, I made the cords a little bit shorter because I made a knot in there. So it is completely normal. You won't see that it's different, but it is a little bit shorter, and now they have the exact right size to see. Put the loop of the bunny around the loop of the ornament, and you have a really cute hanging ornament for the tree. Also works well here on the other one. How cute is this? It's a bit wobbly now, but this is going to be so cute for the tree. Okay, took the bunnies off because first I want to decorate these two. I was thinking maybe wrapping around this kind of ribbon. It's a bit too wide, so I think I'm going to cut it in half. But I also like to use the ribbon to make a cute little bow here. Okay, the bows are done. I made a triple loop. If you want a tutorial how to make these ones, you only need your fingers and a piece of ribbon. And that is it. I made them triple to make, you know, the loops a little bit, how do you call that? You know, give them more body, make them more, make them stronger, because this is a non-wired ribbon from AliExpress. I think they're going to look cute over here. I think I'm going to glue it with here, this stuff here, not my hot glue gun, because I experienced with this kind of fabric, putting hot glue on there doesn't always work great, so I prefer using this glue, and I think I have to wait a little more longer with doing that because they're going to need a lot of drying time. Let me think what I need further. Oh, here's some piece of fabric from the ribbon. Maybe some flowers and greenery will do. Here I have this yellow hydrangea from AliExpress. This is actually the bulb where they come in, but you can make them smaller if you want to. You can cut off, you know, only this part, or pull off this part, or even pull a single flower off, which I did on the outer side of this one. If you don't need them anymore, you can gently push them back in, like so. You have an original hydrangea back. This is a single flower, and I think that's going to look cute here underneath something like this, or maybe, yeah, here's also a possibility. And I have some greenery. Here are really small pieces from an IKEA plant, a folks actually IKEA plant. It was a really large one, but I cut these off. And that would look cute. I think I can easily slide them here underneath, because it isn't completely tied up. Well, maybe I just don't do it. Oh, here, this one here is a little bit looser. Maybe this is an idea, and gluing it together like so. But I have to think, because I'm not completely sure if I want to do it like this. Okay, I decided to first start gluing those cute little ribbons here, those cute little bows. I'm going to use the glue for this job, and immediately after I'm going to put a heavy glass cake stand upon my creations, because then I'm sure the glue attaches firmly to the project. As I said before, I'm using this glue because, in my opinion, that works better. Oh, I almost forgot my cake stand. Here it is, a really heavy thing. As I said, I use this glue because it works better, in my opinion, upon twine. I have to be careful because here is a really weird bulb of twine. Okay, this is number one. Now move over to the second one. This one here is easier. To hold it for a few seconds. This isn't glue that attaches, you know, immediately like you have with artificial nails or stuff like that. Look, it doesn't attach that well. So I'm letting it dry for quite some time with the cake stand upon. For at least 1 hour. This thing is made out of glass. It's really super heavy. And I'm using it actually quite often to glue things like this. So I'll be back soon and then I'll show you the result. It is 1 hour later, I think 1.5. Time to remove this cake stand and let's see how cute they turn out. They're really stuck now. Stuck really well. And yeah, I think it is time to finish them with some these ornaments. I tucked in the green here on the sides. What I did, I just put the bottom here underneath the twine, and one leaf here, I put it through the twine. So it is completely secured now, and nothing can happen to it anymore. Oh, I had to cut this piece off here because that pops out here on the bottom, and that is ugly if you ask me. Just pull a little hard, and then now just tuck it in here underneath. Nothing to see anymore. So, just like this. Now they're equal, but in, you know, a horizontal flip. I also want to put here underneath some flowers. But to be honest, like this, I don't like the result. So what I did, or what I want to do here, is cut these flowers off. These are a little bit smaller. Just 2 of them. And now, there's a little hole here in this hydrangea. You can just pull it through. At least I hope so. That my idea works. Yes, it does. Oh, I have to twist it a little bit. Just like this. Now it looks more like a natural flower. And I can tuck it in here with, there's a little green part underneath. I can just tuck it in. So I don't need glue. Which I always think is a good idea, not gluing if you don't have to. Because you can still reuse things that you made. The only thing that I glued up on this part are the bows. Okay, you can see it, I have it tucked in here. Now I'm going to gently press a little bit further. The upstairs neighbor is making actually a lot of noise here at the moment, so hopefully that doesn't disturb you. Now it looks like this. I think that is super sweet. Time to do the other part. I think here I can tuck it in here. Just do a gentle press, not too much. Oh, it's going to vacuum clean outside. Oh, the upside neighbor is always vacuum cleaning on this day in the week. And making a lot of noise. So hopefully it doesn't disturb at the moment. Otherwise I just redo the movie part, or this part of the movie. Well, tucking in this is a little bit harder than doing it on the other side. I don't know why. Look how cute they are now. And the last thing I just gotta do is put my bunny around the loop. And here is my ornament. To hold it a little bit more like this for you, otherwise it starts, you know, doing this tangling that. Let us know in the comment section what you think of this DIY. The other one has to be done as well, of course. Super cute. And super easy, super cheap if you have things at home which you can use. Actually, I didn't buy anything for this DIY. It was completely free for me. I only reused things that I still had at home. And here you get a close-up of the final result of these really cute ornaments. They were for free for me because I had all the stuff at home already. And I think they're going to look so cute in my tree. As I said, these are for the spring season, not for Easter, because Easter is actually almost over. Well, yeah, and I also like some new things for spring. And this is how they look inside of my tree now. It is still in the Easter mood, but I think they look fantastic. They're real eye catchers. And I love the soft color combination very much.
So these were my easy and quick DIYs. I hope you had fun watching because it's always a little bit of chaos around here. I hope you enjoyed, and if you like this content, I hope you will consider subscribing to Dyanne and my channel. For everyone, we wish you all a beautiful, beautiful day. Stay safe, take care of yourself and take care of each other. And we hope to see you in our next video. A love from Dyanne and me. Bye everyone.